Well, the day is today for Manchester United to take on Brighton, and Sabitzer has gone ahead to really tell us that he's ready to destroy Brighton and knock them out. Amidst them being a very decent side, a very good footballing side, but Sabitzer has made up his mind to go ahead and really destroy a team known as Brighton. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Dean Henderson is another one that you're going to talk about, and Antony, as far as this episode is really concerned. I brought you already the match preview, and I think you guys are really watching it massively. Keep it United Matters channel and don't really put your tools down. Continue supporting this channel, subscribe, and do the needful to really give us the best that we do deserve here onto this channel. Good morning all the viewers of United Matters channel. Rock and David is my name, and we're here to really bring you the best that you guys deserve here onto this channel known as United Matters channel. Let's go eyes. Now Sabitzer was talking to Manchester United, and they put out a very long article about him on the United website concerning the game of Brighton, and I had to pick out certain things that I felt like they're really important to you and you would love to really hear from them and what exactly they mean. Now, I know what it means. It's very important for the club and for the fans. We are looking forward to this game and we want to go all the way. We all like this kind of game. We will give everything to reach the final. My position has changed a bit in the last 3 games. I'm a bit higher. I like it. It's very nice to score goals. It's the best thing you can do to help the team. So I want to continue. So him continuing at Manchester United is not a question. Get off the question mark, put on the full stop. That's something that Sabitzer is fighting for, to see to it that he goes through and obviously convinces Eric Ten Hag to sign him in the summer, and he's available at only 20 million quid. So Sabitzer knows it that if at all he plays very well more, he's going to go ahead and really do the needful and really find himself into the squad of United next season permanently. Now, for him, he's saying that it's not only him that is ready for the final, but the entire squad of Manchester United is also ready for the for the semi-final that you're playing against Brighton, and they're willing to give everything to reach to the finale. And I want them to walk the talk, you know? Sometimes you won't believe what the players are really saying, because when we are going to Sevilla, they say the same thing, but they down tools. They down tools in the entire game. But the only hope you get from that is, at least we've seen these players bottle games, but they really make what we call a comeback easily. We've been beaten very many games. Man City, Liverpool 7, Man City beat us 6, Brentford beat us 4, and every time we've been beaten, it has been like a wake-up call that we need to go ahead and really fight for the trophy. Now, having lost to Sevilla, this is the kind of game that you expect the players of United to raise up, and Sabitzer is telling us that they are ready to do the needful, raise up to the occasion, put in a fight, put in a shift, and after putting in a shift, everything will go on as planned by Manchester United. So, to me, it comes to my mind that they are geared up. You know why they are geared up? Man City knocked out Sheffield yesterday. I think Riyad Mahrez even scored a hat-trick on the night at Wembley. So that means Man City have put themselves in a position of winning a double. Why? They are already in the finale, of which for us we are not, of the FA Cup. Arsenal has gone ahead to drop 6 points in the previous 3 games, and if at all Man City win all their games, they're going to be, because Arsenal is having 75, Man City is having 74. If they win all their games, Man City will find themselves in a position of being 2 points ahead of Arsenal. And remember, they are playing Arsenal on Wednesday. Alright, they'll be 1 point ahead of Arsenal. That means if they happen to beat Arsenal on Wednesday, they would have gifted themselves another trophy. Premier League, it's all about Man City winning all the games they have. If they do, then even if they draw with Arsenal and win the rest of the games they have, the trophy will be done. That means they're with a double. To make a treble, you need 3 trophies. And now, What is the treble all about? Simple. A team of Man City has gone ahead to reach the semi-finals of the Champions League. They are playing Real Madrid. Remember, Madrid knocked them out last what was it? It was last Champions League, last season. Now they're going to play Real Madrid. If they happen to go into the finale, I think this time around they would have put themselves in a favorite situation of really winning the Champions League finale, because they're going to be facing Inter Milan or AC Milan. I think this is the final before the final. That's it. Real Madrid versus Man City. So let's wait and see how that pans out. So it shows you that at all three fronts that complete the treble, Man City are just one step away from lifting all those three trophies. Now, these players should know that we should protect the history of Manchester United. We are the only English team that's going ahead to lift the treble. You know, our treble is under threat if at all Man City goes ahead and wins all the trophies. And we have a chance that amongst the three trophies that Man City have to win, there is one where we can stop them, and that is the FA Cup. And how does that come to play? By knocking out Brighton today. If we knock out Brighton today, we would have given ourselves a chance to have us play Man City in the finale. And if at all we knock them out in the finale, then we'll be knowing that the treble is really safe. So to me, I believe the players are really fired up, and this game has come in a right time after really disappointing, or after putting out a disappointing result in a disappointing performance in Spain. So we need to rectify this and make it better, right? So in the way of making it better, I think we'll find ourselves in a position of giving them a game and obviously putting all our cast together to really destroy Brighton. Then he said, it's always special, the knockout games. It's nice, and we all love these kind of games. So as I said, we want to go through. We'll give our all, and we want to reach the finals. The atmosphere, it is great. It is a big stadium. That's why you love the most. It would be huge to win at Wembley again, and that is our aim. Why is Sabitzer saying that it will be good to win at Wembley again? It was the 26th of March. Was it March? I think it was 26th of April. We played in Wembley for the very first time this season. And guess what happened? We beat Newcastle in the finale by 2-0. And we knocked them out, and we put them out, and we really won it. So this is going to be a second time of us playing in Wembley. And remember, the first time we went there this season, we've won. That means Ten Hag is having a 100% record in Wembley. So let's wait and see how that pans out. But Sabitzer is really positive that all what we want is to win at Wembley again, because he knows what is at stake is to convince the manager to really go out and do the midfield. And I think with the mentality of Sabitzer, I believe he might even be on the score sheet today. He might be on the score sheet today because he knows these are the kind of games that give you an allowance or an assurance that United has to sign you permanently. That's it. If he puts in a very scintillating performance today in a semi-final, then it's going to be really great, because the rest of the games we're going to be playing are going to be really like not all that hard like that of Brighton. Apart from that game, we're going to be playing Brighton away from home. So let's wait and see how that pans out with Sabitzer playing at Wembley today with all that Ten Hag army ready to really cause havoc for the side known as Brighton, a very good footballing side. But I think with Sabitzer, Casemiro, Eriksson, and Bruno Fernandes, Anton Martial, Rashford, Antony, guys, we are good to go. We are good to go. And I think we are going to give them the best that they deserve, and that is going to be a beating of their lives. Now, after that, Dean Henderson is another story that I want to really come out and obviously put out here for you. We've been told by The Athletic that Dean Henderson, 20 years of age, represents a player in his prime years with extensive Premier League experience and could attract a significant fee this summer. Two clubs have made approaches to sign Dean Henderson, and all parties would prefer a sell instead of Henderson being backup of David De Gea, although no firm decisions have yet been made. And to me, that's really a positive story that has come out from the Athletic. And Athletic is one of the most authentic football outlets that you would ever read and at least understand their point of basis. Dean Henderson is a player who really wants to play all the time, but who is going to grant him that time of playing every time? No one. You know that very well, because I think he cannot dislodge David De Gea from that position. You know, the few times he tried to do it, it was under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and instead of really returning to the season ready, he got a hip injury during the Euros, and after getting a hip injury during the Euros, he found himself getting COVID. And then the season kicked off very well, and David De Gea was in the best form of his life. That made it hard for him to come back and really play part into the season of Manchester United, and hence he really fought his way out to find a loan at Nottingham. And he put out a statement that I wouldn't like the manager of Manchester United to look at me, because he would have told me to stay at the club of Manchester United, and I wouldn't want to stay because I wanted to play at Nottingham. He also got an injury, so it looks like every season he's going to get an injury. And if they tell you Dean Henderson and David De Gea, who do you keep? 100% keep David De Gea. That's it. I keep David De Gea for the experience as got, because being a United goalkeeper is an all-day time job, because you need to be really having that outstanding performance that you are keeping in your heart, that you can unleash every time the team really wants you to go on and really come to its rescue. And I think David De Gea is improving ball distribution, and I think when you put the stats of David De Gea this season together, as far as ball distributions are really concerned, I think they outmatch those of Dean Henderson. So I think the best thing to do for Dean Henderson is to sell him as we are in a season where for Ten Hag to go out and really bring in players, he has to sell to buy. What should we do? We should sell him. If we can get like £30 million from him, that's better. And I think I'm beaming with joy, because the Athletic is telling us that there is a common understanding from both parties that selling or putting him in the shop window in the summer is the best option. And I would love to see Dean Henderson leave Manchester United to go out elsewhere, because I've seen people talking about the positions that United should go ahead and really improve before the start of next season, and they're talking about the goalkeeping department. Guys, trust me, David De Gea can still be the goalkeeper of Manchester United, but there are positions that we are lacking quality in. One, right-footed central defender. Casemiro backup or competitor, and a striker. I want anyone to really call in for goalkeeper, call in for what else? Call in for goalkeeper, call in for right back, when those three positions I've said are really done and dusted. But if at all they are not yet done and dusted, I see no reason as to why we should be involved in a conversation of calling in for players like those to come in through and do the needful. So it comes to my understanding that we should just find ourselves in a position of really giving the best that we deserve, to Eric Ten Hag. And I know that are going to be his priorities. That's it. Because he knows that every time Casemiro is out, we shrink. Every time Antony Martial is out, we are really abysmal. Every time Rafael Varane is out, we are just bad. And at least for Lisandro Martinez, you can go ahead and really find yourself playing Lindelof on the left side of the central defense. That will be okay. You can play there, look sure, you understand. But this time round, for a player known as Casemiro, we crumble. Antony Martial, we crumble. But for the goalkeeper, you can even put Tim Heaton there, and he can get the job done, provided you are having a very good team that can really defend very well, and obviously coming through and do the required passes or the required duty up front of the pitch. So that's it for Dean Henderson, and I would love to see him really fired out. Then let's go ahead and really talk about Antony. Paul Scholes, who called him one trick pony. He called him a one trick pony, that he had only one trick to really go ahead and do the needful. He has gone ahead and really said, I think he's getting better since the Everton game at home. He has become a different player. He could be a huge player for this club. Now, this is why I like Paul Scholes now. You know, we've seen some pundits having what we call consistent blame onto players, and to me, I just turn that out into what we call an agenda of a player. Like, I've seen people have an agenda over David De Gea, an agenda over Lisandro Martinez that is short, an agenda over Anton Martial that is lazy, doesn't look happy on the field of play. You know, he doesn't look, his attitude is really wrong. You know, stupid agendas, right? But for a person who came out and really called Antony a one-trick pony, and this time around is saying that he's really ready to go on and really take it on and is making it better, I think he's really being objective, and I think that is something that you would love to see Paul Scholes coming out and really due to Antony, because very many people are really having tough thoughts about Antony, but Antony is turning out into a player that we almost saw at Ajax. I think it has now reached 40%. So if he can raise up to 50% these remaining games, I think you can even see himself score close to 15 goals this season, because he's having 8. I see more 7 goals in him this season and more assists. So guys, your thoughts onto Sabitzer ready to destroy Brighton are welcome in the comment section below. I want to hear from you about Dean Henderson. Would you want him to stay or go? Keep or sell David De Gea, or keep or sell Dean Henderson? What's your thought about that? And lastly, for Antony, do you think he's really progressing well at Manchester United? Because Paul Scholes has come out and really given him a very good hail that he is improving and ready to make things happen. So guys, I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. And it's a Sunday, guys. Those are going to church, safe journey, and those are praying from home. God is everywhere. He is omniscient. Bye.